Welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening podcast, and today is an episode number 25. It happens to be just tonight when the full moon is in Capricorn, and we will have a lot to talk about. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss about the origin of the twin flames, and there is a reason for that because what happened yesterday. Those who follow me on Instagram saw the little preview of that. Today I'll share about the idea, where does the twin flame concept comes from, how do we actually know if twin flames are real or not, because many of us, I think many of my listeners as well, me myself, I myself included, I did not believe any of this twin flame connection or the twin flame ideology for a very long time until the universe was testing me to the point where I just gave up and I was like, well, the truth is that if I don't have the knowledge of it, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And that took me to the closer to my core, closer to my mission, closer to my soul family. So it's easy to say that it doesn't exist when we don't have the knowledge. And here today I'm about to share all the knowledge, all the things I know about it, all the things I believe of the soul world, of twin flames, divine love, about the union. And I also will bring in today like a couple of things such as how do I know if it's my true twin flame? Like how do I know if it's really my twin flame? And also the difference in between the twin flame and soulmates. So that's something when I bring in also the karmic, even though I don't like this word and I do not believe in a karmic, the idea of the karmic relationship, as either there are just people without the soul or it's just something you really had to learn in this life, and the faster you can tell thank you to your karmic experience, the more beauty will start coming into your life. So staying stuck with an idea that your karmic abused you and did bad to you will just keep you stuck forever, because our souls decide the life path when we come here and pretty much the people we meet. Today I have spoken to, I really haven't keep the count of it, but quite a lot of many of you. And I can tell that each single time I'm having a conversation, there are so many similarities of you as a soul level and the same time of you as a person or like your life path. So I'm now pretty much convinced that we made that decision. And I've spoken this before, that my soul and my spirit guides, and they didn't let me to sleep until I started my podcast. I never thought that I would connect with so many beautiful souls and have so many beautiful conversations, sometimes painful conversations, sometimes sad. Sometimes we're trying to figure it out, the whole purpose of twin flames, but to share this with others, and I have this honor to do that, it's just something beyond beautiful. So I would like to thank you who is tuning in today and listening to this podcast episode. Most probably it's going to be a little bit long one because I think we have so much to talk about and so much to share about. And especially that we are in a full moon, the energies are rising up, the changes are coming. And I would like to talk about it. What did I do for you yesterday? Those who are not following me on Instagram, the link is in bio. You can follow on Instagram as well, as I'm putting out there the latest updates, stories, and everything as well, just because I think it's the most easiest way of getting the short information. I'll try to do this with the other channels as well, so you just can tell me which one works the best for you in order to stay up to date. And I will also talk about a little bit about numerology on twin flames, which I do for my clients when we are having a call together, and many of you are getting a number, which makes a lot of sense as you will get to understand what is your mission at the moment. I have come to the point with this twin flame connection that it's all about the energy and all about the math and numbers. I've always said like not in the math of, how do I say that, but there is going to be a number pattern that is like a secret code that helps us to understand which stage you are at the moment, what do you have to do, and how it's going to work out for you. So here is why when I'm having calls with my clients, I let them to talk with me. When did they meet? How did they meet? And all kinds of things that are significant in this journey. And then we'll have numbers afterwards of that, so to get to understand why and what we're supposed to do from here on. So those who wish to book their free consultation call, the first one is absolutely free. So the first one-on-one consultation, 45 minutes, is for free. You can send me an email, twinflameawakeningjourney@gmail.com. Hopefully also the website is up that you can easily book. Still in a testing period, but we're getting there. It's just a journey and we have to trust it. The next thing is that on next Sunday at 6 o'clock of Central European time and 12 o'clock New York time, I'm hosting another group call on my Patreon. So those who are my Patreon supporters, you can join and we will discuss whatever we need to discuss on that day. We get to know each other, or we get to meet each other. I tried to put up also on Patreon the previous group call, which was very beautiful, and it was my pleasure to share it. Again, I'm saying it's an open conversation over there. We can talk, share what happened, how our transformation has been since we started the coaching, for example, with me, or what kind of help did you get. I find that if we talk about it together, it makes more sense than one-on-one sometimes. So if you can join my Patreon and stay tuned over there and come and join the live call, it's for free. It's just as a Patreon, remember, just to support the time. So you're more than welcome. So let's dive into today's episode. So let's start with the origin. Okay, let's actually start with the full moon, as I think it's easier to go from there because I'm very excited about it and I want to talk about it. So as this will combine actually both the twin flame origin and the full moon energy. So as we are entering into the Capricorn full moon, it's quite powerful. So hello all the Capricorns. So I hope you're surviving and you are not too overwhelmed at trying to save everybody and trying to take some time for yourself. Last night I had a beautiful experience of going to the full moon dance and open the heart with the Cacao ritual. So, and I took all of my clients who I had the calls with, because I have a notebook where I always write down the calls with my clients, the numbers, the story. I just kind of believe in the physical form, or having this written down, that it becomes reality. So, and I had this with me because I really wanted to give a lot of love for you and for your soul, the other part of the soul. And it happened to be in a beautiful place. And it's funny a fact that many of you who have followed me, I happened to come to an island that is actually called a love island. And it's where a goddess, it's a Greek mythology now, goddess of Aphrodite, who is the goddess of love and beauty and like divine love in that terms, happens to be born here based on the Greek mythology. And why I'm talking about the Greek mythology today, because twin flames are very much, their origin comes a lot from this Greek mythology. And I'm just about to say to you that I was never living on this island before. I moved here for my spiritual calling. As I said, after my dark night of the soul, after my ego death, after everything I went through, all the pain, all of that madness that comes with a twin flame awakening, I was calling, I kept on getting the call from my soul that you have to go there, you have to go there, you have to go there. I'd never been here before. I was familiar with Aphrodite and Zeus and Plato and all of that, but I was never really, how do I say, understanding it. So that's why I'm trying to bring it in today. So when we did a full moon ritual for opening the heart, and we really focused on opening the heart chakra, my heart chakra is now very open, and I feel the love, and I am the love. And that's another part of the twin flame union, which I can say that when your heart is open, when your heart is love, this is the divine union. Divine union is not physically to be together with your twin flame, because if your heart is hurting, if your heart is broken, if your heart is not on the right place, we need to open the heart. So that's why after an intense week of many calls, I decided that I take all my clients I had spoken to, and I also send them a lot of love from this magical place. Because the magical place happened to be called Aphrodite's rock, where Aphrodite was born. As by Greek mythology, that is the place where the purest form of love has happened. And Aphrodite was the goddess of pure love. And now why I'm talking about it is that you can Google it afterwards and have the overview. But Plato, many of you I think have heard how Plato split the souls into two bodies. Because first we were born as, or we were, like I said, based on Greek mythology, 2 hands, 2 legs, and we were very powerful. Zeus, who is the father of Aphrodite, for example, Zeus was the god, the main god of Greek mythology, was afraid of this beautiful creature of 2 hands, 2 legs, because it was too powerful. So Plato split it into 2 in order to be not so powerful. And why I'm talking about it in these terms is because love is the strongest force. No war, no hate, no pain, no suffering can come from the love. Those who are mothers can today relate that when you have your first baby after, let's say, hours of giving birth or hours of that love is like you are alive again. So love, even though you had so much pain, there's so much love. So love always wins. So if we now think of the twin flames, that when we come united, we are the purest form of love. Love that can win, heal, and bring so much light into this world. There is a darkness, we can see that everywhere, but now it's our turn to come back together. Can we become together in the physical? Let's say we are going to have 2 hands again and 2 legs no, because everything is energy. And I do believe that it's the same in Hinduism. They have Shivaratri. So many of these mythologies, and now I've listened many podcasts because I'm very into this. I'm like, where does this concept come from? Where does it come that there's twin flames? Because even though now I know it's true, it's real, we have another part of the soul, and if we meet the soul, it will trigger our biggest spiritual awakening ever, and it will change our life forever. Even though either you've been a spiritual or not spiritual, it doesn't matter. It's just going to make you to understand what is divine love. So in this full moon ritual last night, we happened to drink the cacao, and cacao is also connecting, like the purest form of cacao is connecting with the earth, Mother Earth. So it means that cacao have been used for many like forever as a heart-opening, heart chakra opening food, superfood, whatever we want to go. So when we drink the purest form of cacao, it goes like we go deeper and we start our inner works. So it's kind of like a shamanic journey. And it's like it opens your heart and connects your root with the Mother Earth. And then we danced under the full moon and let it go, everything. So everything that I felt I have to let go for you, I was manifesting it. So I hope that today you are listening to it, you will start manifesting it as well and letting go of everything, every single pain, every single discomfort, and everything that you need to let go. So now that happened, and in my opinion, the purest form of love that can ever happen. Aphrodite, please Google those who would like to, is a Greek goddess who is a form of love. So those who are in the twin flame journey and had a call with me, I believe that you are so close to the union after the full moon, because full moon makes the difference. It's a time where we purify, we let go, we connect with our roots, we connect with the nature, and we become this love. And love is something so beautiful. And I can talk about this a little bit longer. I'm trying to put together, because understanding Greek mythology is a little bit complicated. It's the same, I think Hinduism, the Shivaratri is quite complicated to understand it, how to put it in a modern language and explain it that it makes sense. But you can go over my Instagram page and see a little bit about the ritual and see about what happened. I hope that one day I can host a similar retreat for all of you, and maybe even do one time a call from there, a live call for all of you, just to connect and feel that energy, because I haven't experienced something so magnificent, like so beautiful. It was so magnificent. Under the full moon, the rocks, the energy is like so healing and so beautiful. Now I would move on from here, the difference in between twin flames and soulmates. And why I'm talking about it today, that what's the difference in between twin flames and what is the difference in soulmates. So twin flame and soulmates are not the same thing. Many of us in this world do not actually have a twin flame. Like I said, there were certain craters that Plato decided to split, and there were about 144,000 of them, which is written in the Bible, like I understood. Again, with this number, I can agree and disagree. I don't have a proof, so I just can say that at the moment I disagree with that, because I can see that there is more happening. Do I have a proof? No, I don't have a proof. But what's the difference in between twin flames and soulmates? We have many soulmates in our life. And soulmates can be women and men as well, although twin flames as well. I've never touched that topic actually, but twin flames are not often only a romantic, like let's say if you are a woman and you fall in love with a man and you think it's a twin flame, it can be also another woman. I had like I told you from one of my episodes, that when I didn't know anything about twin flames and I had no idea, and I was taking pictures of the lady who happened to come just by mistake from United States, or not by mistake, but she had a trip to you very close to my house. I'm telling, like, universe is a funny place. Very close to my house. So all the way from United States, she traveled very close to my house. And then she found me to take pictures of her. I had no idea that she knows anything about twin flames, or like I was back then in my dark night of the soul. I didn't speak this about anybody because I did not believe any of this until the last moment. And her twin flame was her, actually her pastor, the one who was, and she was a woman. And she told me the whole story of this. And when I listened to her, I was like, how can she tell me that? How? Please explain me how, because I haven't told anybody about twin flames. I think the first time I started mentioning about twin flames was December 2022. So that must have been almost a year later I met my twin flame. I met my twin flame in March. So 9 months later, I first time spoke about twin flames. I didn't speak about it 9 months. I was like, this is not reality. Whatever it is, it's not reality. But then, of course, the universe was testing me a big time and made me to realize that, no, there are twin flames and there is a union. And my union in that terms is always very different. I wouldn't say it's different. I do see that many twin flame coaches are getting there right now and making to understand that twin flame union is inside union. It's not physical union. And when you get to the inside union and you become one with yourself, you really feel that you are one with yourself, that you can give yourself so much love, you can give yourself so much care, you can really be with yourself, laugh, dance, smile, do everything, and you serve your mission, then you are in the union. And if your twin happens to come back and you happen to have this physical union in this world, that's absolutely wonderful. And I mean, I know I have already 2 clients just recently, they got into union. I told them if they're willing to come any of the podcasts or any of the stories, if they're willing to share with me. At the moment, I've got an answer that they are waiting a little bit, give it a little bit time, which I totally agree with, because they just, like, I mean, it's quite recent. But I have another couple who very long time I know now, and I think they're gonna come at one point and tell us the story. So from here on, what I'm trying to say you that soulmates, we can have many soulmates in our lifetime. Soulmates serve also a purpose, because we have decided, and do not take even for granted one time, either your friends or your past relationships or anybody, because if they've been your soulmates, they have been your guides. I am a guide for my husband. I've spoken this about it before, because when I was in a twin flame connection, I mean, the twin flame journey started for me, we were very close to I haven't made that as a secret at all, and that's why for me it was like very difficult. I was like, this is not going to work out. I mean my twin flame is everything for me, and why I'm like with somebody who doesn't see me, doesn't hear me, until I happened to go to a retreat where I had a channeling done, and they opened my eyes by saying, yes, but you are the guide for others. You have to be union with yourself, and you're the guide for others. You heal them with the love, you heal them with the care, and you are there to guide them to the best place. And honestly, my husband has a very hard spiritual awakening going on. Everything is falling apart in his life, and I have to be here, and I have to support, and I have to talk to the guides and help him along the way. But I know that there is a bright, beautiful future for him. So my mission is that when people have asked me, oh, I see that you are not really interested of being with your twin flame, or this is not your, and I'm like, I am with my twin flame. I am union. I am purest form of love I ever been in my life. I just feel the love everywhere. So now if we're asking, what is the difference in between soulmates and twin flames? So soulmates do not trigger our spiritual awakening. They guide us. They help us. And soulmate love is not actually better than twin flame love. Now you would ask me, how is this better? Because soulmates stay together. Twin flames, on the other hand, doesn't mean you're going to stay together. Because twin flames are energetic beings. I can bring in my own example, which I just, I kind of, like I said, I can channel the future, I can channel, not the future, I don't want to say ever future. I know what the soul has chosen and what the soul has to do when I channel. And for example, me, I'm in the union with my twin flame in that terms that I am the love. I am the light. I feel absolutely like serving my purpose. I'm being guided to the places that make so much sense to my soul that it activates everything inside of my body. And I'm always super thankful for my twin flame that he, as a physical form, triggered that beauty inside of me. Where I am today, I was just reflecting back a year ago. I was looking something on my iPhone, and I remember that pain, and I remember how I was just constantly thinking, first of all, if I'm crazy, if that's even real, how I'm going to see my twin flame again, because that time last year was extremely hard for me. June, July, at the end of the August was the most painful time ever in my life. That was my dark night of the soul. So now if you have been in about, let's say, 2 weeks in the dark night of the soul, I can tell you mine was 3 months, which pretty much ended at the 22nd of August, 2022, when I got the confirmation that, oh wow, yes, I am on a twin flame journey. My twin disappeared on 15th of May. We didn't speak until the 22nd of August. And I really did everything like I was getting from the best guy, I think, in that terms on YouTube, the Kurt Johnson. I didn't buy his course, but I followed his stuff, what he was saying. And as a matter of fact, for me, it was more about it like, okay, if it is my true twin flame, they come back. And I think here is something I really believe that is the truth. And if it's your real twin flame, they will always come back. But you need to have that trust that they come back. If you have still the chaser energy of asking when they come back, how they come back, why they don't say so, that means you have zero trust. So for me, it was like I really disconnected from, I didn't text ever on my twin flame. I didn't do anything. I was like, yes, I'm gonna work on myself. I read The Power of Now. I read again The Alchemist. I read the book You're Not Dying, You're Just Waking Up. All of this started to make sense to me. It was still, the concept of twin flames did not make sense to me because I was like, until I don't have a proof, I don't believe this. I simply do not. So what happened was that when, after all these months, my twin flame popped back, and it was now, I know, 22nd of August 2022, which I keep in my, that's why at the end of this podcast I'm going to explain about the numerology. And when I saw this, I really looked up into the sky and I said, oh, yes, here's my twin flame. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy in my head. Even though it's 4 months later, that means I need 4 months to go through the tunnel. And from there on, everything started to happen super fast. Like my whole old life fell apart like within a minute. September, October, and November, I was already in this island. So everything just was like madness what was going on. So now today, I can tell every single thing about the twin flame and the connection. So what's the difference then in between the soulmates and twin flames? So the twin flames are really your spiritual activators. You have to start doing what you're meant to do in this world. So if you are right now constantly thinking when my twin flame comes back, how my twin flame comes back, but you do not focus on your mission, I'm about to tell you that your twin flame is not coming back. And there are 3 reasons for it. First reason is you don't trust. You don't trust the universe. You don't trust the love. You feel discomfort. You don't have this idea, or like your only happiness depends on his or hers coming back. I know I have more females listeners, so that's why I'm saying he. Although, please keep in mind that it's both ways. I just try to make it more simple. The next thing is that you haven't started your mission. You're waiting that your twin flame comes back and then you start your mission. But the universe is very smart here. The universe is like, well, listen, if you do not start your mission today, if you do not do what you're supposed to do, your twin flame is not coming back. You can wait as much as you want. And the third, which I think is somehow very necessary, is to finally surrender and really just cry as much as you need, let go as much as you need, like really become part of the earth, Mother Earth, that you lie down and you're saying, listen, I'm here. Whatever you ask me to do, I'll listen to you. And when you say these words, you are going to do, because your soul keeps talking to you. If your soul tells you where you have to go, if your soul tells you what you have to do, then you need to start doing it today, not tomorrow or not in 5 years. And if you do all of these things, your twin flame starts to come back to you, regardless. Remember, you have a love energy inside of you, the purest form of love. So now, if we talk about the soulmates, what's the purpose of soulmates? Soulmates are our guides who are always next to us. Like, that's why I say that the soulmates' love is better, because the soulmates tend to stay a longer time together. You know, you have your best friends even. They're your soulmates. You know, you don't see them, let's say, for years you don't see them. But you meet them up and you feel like there has been no time and space. Like everything continues from there on. So they are your soulmates. They're the ones who are trying to help you to cope in this 3D world. They're there when you need them. They teach you something about yourself, about your mission, about everything. But they are not your spiritual activators. So, and we can have many, many soulmates in this world. So that's why sometimes, like I say about that, you can be married to your soulmate and you can meet another soulmate. Now, if we think of the twin flames are not always romantic relationships. But this is the difference. You can be married to your soulmate, but you can have your twin flame love, and that's not cheating. That's very different. It's your activator. It's your sexual healing, your heart chakra, your root chakra, your crown chakra. It's every single chakra it opens. So you have to understand that if we put it in the perspective that twin flames are the same exact soul. So we have the one soul. And now it split into two just because it was too powerful. The love energy was too powerful. So it split into two. The moment you met, you felt it. You knew that, oh, it's my twin flame. I'm also going to tell you the difference of twin flame love and soulmate love when you meet them. Often, and it's not always 100% exact, but these are the guidelines. When you first meet your twin flame, it's often that you meet them very randomly. It's not that they are part of your plan. Let's say, many of us who are trying to find a new love or new partner or anything, you either go to some bar or you go to the nowadays dating app, or you're going all of these places and you're trying to find someone. With this twin flame, it's the complete opposite how you meet them. It's like you cannot, like you really feel like I didn't plan any of this, but it all happened. Yes, you can meet them at the bar, you can meet them on the dating apps, like the same way, but it happens very differently, the way you meet them. Normally, the first encounter is very brief. It's kind of like, hey, hi, how are you? Maybe another hour here and there, but not much of that. Then from there on, you feel like, okay, yeah, normal person, nothing really. You kind of remember it, but it doesn't make much sense to you. And then all of a sudden, they kind of find you, because normally the runners will start finding you, starting to talk to you, starting to communicate with you, and have all of this energy. And you really feel inside of you that I must reply, I must talk to, I must meet. I don't know why, but I have to. And all of this that happens very strangely, that you don't plan any of this. It's like everything starts to happen, like the universe is just putting the picture together for you, and you happen to be there. And then the first love phase can be quite short, 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. Now many can say that it has been for them 2 or 3 years, and totally possible, or it can be also the lifetime. But that means that you did not learn what you were supposed to learn in the first place. I had 2 encounters, or maybe even more, 3 encounters, when my twin flame walked back to me, and I became all the way obsessive again. I started looking when he's going to text me, when he's going to tell me the things, why he's not saying me this, why we are not. And so it was like, but universe was testing me. And universe was like, okay, you don't understand that you are already in union. You have the knowledge, but you don't trust. So it was giving me more and more and more and more lessons. Now, so this is really about twin flames, that it's so random that nothing makes sense. I have written on my diary where I'm saying nothing makes sense here, but somehow everything makes sense. Literally everything makes sense. He's not my type. He's not something I was not searching for a love. I felt I'm like happy on my own. I had this, and everything was turned 180 degrees. And today is a bliss. Today is this love. So now if we talk about the soulmates. Soulmates often are, yes, you fall in love with them as well, and you really feel closeness, you feel like happiness with them, a lot of happiness. You feel like they get you, that they are there also when you need them. You need them, you need their support a lot. So soulmates are not the same soul. They are different soul than yours, but they are your soulmate. That means that you have, before coming to this world, you made an agreement that, yes, you are my soulmate, you're going to help me, you're going to love me, you're going to be there. But they're not your spiritual activators. It can happen that at one point you fall out of love with your soulmate, or fall out of the life with your soulmate, and that's all right too. It's nothing, but they gave you the life experience of understanding, okay, I'm about to go for another, I'm going to move on. And often, if these marriages or the relationship end, they stay in good terms. So if you happen to be married to your soulmate and you happen to divorce, in the beginning it can be hurtful, but later on everybody can understand that, okay, it was good for you, it was good for me. I actually wanted today to share about what to do when you are married and you're planning to divorce, and is that moral or immoral, and all of this. I wanted to talk about it. I keep that for the next episode because I just feel I need to clarify certain things over there. But that's for the next time. So make sure you like and subscribe in order to hear about when somebody's in the relationship or in the marriage, and are you the one who is going to destroy the marriage, or are you the one who is going to destroy the family life? So we're gonna discuss about it. So soulmates and twin flames are not the same thing, but we need both in our life. Same with the karmic. If I really don't like this word, I can't even actually say it out, but I'm just gonna say it out. Karmic is your lesson you needed to come in this world. So I always say, when you have experienced pain, let's say a person has treated you badly, you've got, even let's say your mom and dad, or something was not going the way you planned in the right, this was your karmic lesson in order to stop the cycle. It's in your hands to stop the cycle. When you got pain, let's say you have an abusive husband, then from there on, speak up and say, there are no more abuse in this world because I am here and I'm going to protect others from evil souls or evil lessons. The more we stop the cycle, the less we're going to have this kind of things in our life. Your karmic lesson is because you wanted to come as your soul to experience this, to heal this and save this. Because without knowing, without experiencing, we can't stop anything. So today, if you had very hard relationship, karmic relationship, like people like to call it, please say thank you to them. And please take your mission to the next level. So do not blame them for your life. Because you have this knowledge, you can feel, you can understand now when others are going through it. And be the voice of that to stop it. Be the voice of this who heals. Because if you have met your twin flames, you have the love energy now inside of you. Use this love energy. Heal and come and spread the love and light, please. So don't sit there and say, my karmic did this to me. Yes, your karmic did, because your soul decided to meet this karmic person, to get this experience, the same way like your soul and universe have decided that you're going to meet your twin flame. Your twin flame ripped you apart, but you still love your twin flame. Like my twin flame, of course, never said anything bad to me or never did anything bad to me, but disappeared out of the blue. I was so broken. I was so broken inside that I could not eat, I could not sleep, I could not function in the world. I couldn't even understand what's going on with me for months. So mine was June, let's say it started June, July, August, 3 months of full darkness. And it was summer, beautiful summer in Switzerland. So 3 months I went through hell to realize. And I was willing to take back my twin flame in a minute when he texted me. But thankfully for the fact that 3 months I was within myself, healing myself, opening my chakras, going within, speaking my truth, getting the healing from my guides who were sent to me by the universe, I realized that this connection is way beyond than just physical relationship. I figured out my strength. Today that I can share my podcast and have so many beautiful souls around who are actually listening to this, I mean, it's a gift its own. I never thought of that. And the last night dancing under the full moon, connecting with the Mother Earth, saying my truth, not being shy or not holding myself back of saying the craziness when I tell to the people that I don't believe that we are just physical beings. I believe we are souls and we have a mission and all of that. I really felt that I can say these things and nobody is questioning my reality. And that's the same thing when I'm channeling for my people or my souls. I can say the things that I before thought this is madness. This little voice in my head is madness. I don't know why is it talking. And now you could say, oh, she's crazy. She needs to go to mental hospital. No, and now we have science coming out about it and we have all the proof. It just means that before that, we didn't have the knowledge. And when we don't have the knowledge, we think this is not real. But ideally, it should be the opposite. We should have such an open mind of understanding, okay, we don't have a proof of it, but let's try to find the common ground for it. And from there on, everything starts to happen. I'm going to end this with this podcast with the numerology, which I do for my clients. And to understand which life path you are on right now, what is your twin flame journey, and what does it mean overall. So the reason when and how you met your twin flame is not an accident. And you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you want. Meeting your twin flame on certain time and certain place is like it's already put it together by the universe. So which means that if you remember the day and time, write it down. I'm sure you remember this vividly. Second thing is, of course, your birth, your birth date, his birthday or her birthday. Certain things that stand out during this. So when we have a consultation call, you are telling me certain things and I'm writing them down. And I start seeing certain patterns very quickly. Like, okay, this makes sense here, this makes sense here. And I'm saying, yeah, your number is 6, or your number is 456, or your number is 8. There's always, like, the numbers can be similar, with others. But within your system, there is a numerology. And this numerology gives us your overview, what you have to do as your mission right now, and what you have to do. Now, this numerology can change when you grow in this thing. So what I mean under here is that when we talk today and we get this number, we get to understanding what are your next steps. So if I tell you, you have to go within. And I know many of you do not like my answer. You don't like me to tell you that, listen, your twin flame is not coming back until you do this, until you do that, until you start this. Because I'm kind of like, in a way, you're hoping that I'm bringing your twin flame back. I'm not bringing back anybody. I'm bringing you to your union by these exercises, what you need to do. Either you need to heal your root chakra, either you need to open your heart chakra, throat chakra. Crown chakra is most probably open because it's the first one with the third eye that starts to open. So, because that's where the acknowledgement comes to twin flames. But the rest, the solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra, all of that, if these are blocked, the energy is just simply not moving. Think of yourself if you have a wire and the wire is broken from somewhere or not well connected. The energy just doesn't go. So how can your twin flame come back if you don't even vibrate on the energy? Now the next thing is that it's really my mission and my way of seeing it, and that's why I've always said that my aim is not to sell you the air and tell you, yes, the only thing in this world is that your twin flame is coming back. No. I can tell from my own perspective, and I wish you could meet me, and I wish we could do the retreat together. And I wish you would have known me before that. That love I have today inside of me, that love without being my twin flame physically, is so blissful. You know, I'm sitting on a bed and I'm looking how my kids are playing and laughing, and I'm just having tears in my eyes. I'm like, this is so beautiful. This moment is way beautiful, and I'm just in that moment. I am there. I am just like living this. Or when I see that I'm dancing, I am in this moment. I'm dancing. I'm just getting up behind my computer and I just start dancing because I feel like my body needs it. Or when I go out into the sea and I put my legs into the sea and I feel how Mother Earth is connecting me and recharging me. Because the honest truth is, when I go through your pain on your soul, when I channel, I get empty too. But now I know how to recharge it. I know how to take care of myself. I know that everything is love. So it's so beautiful. And my biggest wish is that those people I work with, those souls I work with, that I help you to get closer to your mission. I get you to become the manifestator of your life, where you literally manifest anything you wish. And you can manifest your twin flame back as well very quickly. But you need to become to this level. You need to understand everything is energy and everything is frequency. Now at the same time, you could tell me, yes, but I am already there, but my twin flame is not back. That means you're not there. Because one of the things what I can tell you, when you are on this higher frequency, you can read and understand your twin flame 100%. You understand which stage they are in. You understand what is happening in their life. You understand why they are acting like this. You're understanding what is holding them back. And all you have to do in that moment is energetic conversation, telepathic conversation. Or if the universe is telling you have to go and help, you will go and help. But it will not be this obsession that, oh, my twin flame comes back. Now I'm so happy. Now I'm so happy. Now I'm going to go to the moon, you know. No. It's the total opposite. It's that stillness. And that's where also in your life it comes like you enjoy eating longer. You will enjoy having sex longer, to have touch, to have these moments, to have, you will enjoy taking care of yourself, like really taking care of yourself, booking a time for yourself, for your hair, for your face, for everything. You just enjoy it. You're like, this is what makes me feel good. You book yourself massages. You feel alive. And that all thanks to the fact that you met your twin flame. What to do when your twin flame is in a really dark place? Well, they have to go through darkness, whether they like it or not. Yes, you can guide them. Yes, you can assure for them, I'm here. But you have to go through the tunnel. You have to go through darkness in order to see the light. It's exactly like birth canal. You know, when the baby comes into this world, where the baby is first? In a darkness, inside of the stomach. The baby can hear, the baby can feel, the baby can have everything. Until they come, and coming to this world, they don't want to come to this world like easily. They come really through pain. Mothers really fear pain, and if you think babies don't, they do as well, because they've been inside of the stomach where everything has been comfortable, everything has been nice, soft. They get their food. They don't need to do much. But then they come to the light, and light is like, welcome. Now it's time to fulfill your mission. So if you have any recommendation, any stories about Aphrodite, Zeus, Plato, all of that, just write it down, because I think the more open conversation we have about twin flames, and the more we get to understand that, no, we are not crazy. It's not madness. It's not something that the new world is thinking about it. It always have been there. And I can now tell that if I look back to so many celebrities and so many people have wrote poems, books, and all of that, I'm like, they must have met their twin flame. Because that love story, that amount of love can't come if you haven't met your twin flame. Because I think many of us have felt like, oh, I need to write the book, or I need to put this into my music, or into my art, or into something. And I just keep on now looking, and I can see it. I can really see when I see, like, there was another day, like Romeo and Julia, in that terms, there was a story. And I never thought of this perspective. And then I was like, wow, that must have, that they have been twin flames as well. So there's so much. So if you feel any movie, any book, any poem, anything that is quite worldwide known, just put it out down in the comments to see if these authors, if these people have experienced twin flame awakening. Spiritual awakening can always happen, but I kind of feel that twin flame awakening is a purest form of love awakening. And it's really going to shake your core to the point where you understand that love is everything and you are love. Okay, today's episode was the long one, like I said, but I'm so glad that you were here to listen to this episode, to get some insights, I hope. I hope you like this episode, and I hope you really feel the full moon energy today. Do not get too scared. It's better to let go. If you can, write it down what you want to let go of and burn it. Thank you so much, my beautiful souls. Without you, without my listeners, this message could not be delivered as I can do it today. You are absolutely the most beautiful souls out there. And remember for those who want to join the next Sunday call, just sign up on Patreon, link in bio. For those who want to share their story for the Wednesday episode, twinflameawakeningjourney@gmail.com. One-on-one consultation on twinflameawakeningjourney@gmail.com. All the information is in the description. So I love you so much, and I'm so glad, and I'm so happy today that you listened to this episode. Lots of love and light.
See, we was cool right before it hit your fist, but it hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these hoes, cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way you pay the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she